So, guys, there's an interview that Zari did some time back. I think it's a year or two ago when she was in Kenya. And of course, not Kenya, in TZ. She was in TZ and she was being asked about, her being cool with Tanasha and her allowing her children to hang out with Tanasha Donna's child, right? Because at the time, a lot of people thought that Diamond really wanted to unite the children, but because Zari and Tanasha still have that, unsquashed beef because there was some sort of exchange words in the beginning of Tanasha and Diamond's relationship. And now that it seemed like also Zuchu, Tanasha, and Zari are cool, their children are definitely going to be hanging out together, especially since Zuchu is the wife, right? So the clip of Zari talking about why she allowed her children to be close with Tanasha Donna has been really trending. Mind you, when they were asking her why she shouldn't allow her children to also hang out with Hamisa, she had her reason. Tanasha and Hamisa are also cool, but their children have never met. Okay? That is a question that I think they should have asked Tanasha, because at least Zari and Hamisa are not cool. They have an ongoing beef, honey, ongoing, off-going beef. Sometimes they're exchanging words, honey, throwing shots at each other. But, you can tell that even if Diamond wanted that to happen, the mothers still need to be cool with each other. As for Tanasha, things are a little bit different because her and Hamisa are cool. And people are wondering how comes her child and her child's brother haven't met. Okay? And you all know that Diamond bailed out on Hamisa with a baby at 3 years old, right? Is it 3 or 4? Somewhere in between in there. So let me play you this clip, okay? And then we go get into some things, and then we go read some comments on the dragging.
Yani hapo kabisa ndio sijui Diamond mwenyewe atajielezea kama ule mtoto ni wake kama sio ni wake. So for me, I don't know. Akiniambia huyu ni mtoto wangu nataka juane na hawa nitamkaribisha, lakini until then there's no formal communication, so I don't know about it.
So, as you all heard clearly, mind you, this clip is up to 2 or 3 years old. As you all heard from Zari said, only if Diamond comes out and tell Zari that this is now my son, then Zari said she doesn't have a problem with her children hanging out with Hamisa Mobeto's children, right? But since Diamond haven't done that, for now there can never be any form of communication. But it also tells us that because Diamond acknowledged NJ, that is Tanasha Donna's son, that's why Zari allowed her child to hang out with her children. And also because Diamond introduced Zuchu's child, that's why Zari also allowed Tifa to be able to call the sister. But because Diamond haven't come out to acknowledge Hamisa Mobeto's son, that's why Zari was like, until that happen, okay, is when I will allow my child, my two children, to be able to hang out with Hamisa Mobeto's child. And there's some people who felt like, oh, you only have one child with Diamond, not two.
Kuna siku moja kwa mtu wangu wa kiume wa Nilani.
This is a recent interview that Diamond did, still referring to Nilan as his son. For the people who like to say that Nilan doesn't belong to Diamond, I'm like, do y'all think in your wildest dream that Diamond, if he knew for sure that Nilan wasn't his, he will just keep quiet and keep it pushing? If he denied Hamisa Mobeto's son, who have a proven one DNA in Tanzania, if he denied that one, what makes you sure that he will agree to the one that they never had a DNA with? Because Zari said that, Diamond, I never had a DNA with my son. There's never been any DNA with Nilan. So I don't think that is the case. I think that Nilan belongs to Diamond. Yeah, they like to bring in the pictures of Zari's late husband and look at the leg, how they're standing. 1 minute they're saying, oh, the son looked like Hamisa Mobeto's son. The next minute they're saying, oh, he looked like Ivan's son. I'm like, which one is which one? Like, make it make sense. Is it Ivan's son, or does he look like Hamisa Mobeto's son? Make it make sense. Yo, and the shade is coming from both sides. Okay, the shade is definitely coming from both sides. So there were a couple of people who were dragging Zari, saying that you should calm down, you're too old for this. Why? Zari did not just come out and spoke like this. Like, she was asked a question and that's how she replied it.